Hi, it's Becky here from Genie Frog Crochet, and today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this ear warmer. I made this one using just a simple, it's a 1 row repeat, so it's a herringbone single crochet, and it gives a lovely ridged, sort of ribbed, stretchy texture, lovely and warm because there's no holes. So these ones here I made with Cygnet Boho Spirit in, the colour Wicked, 6875. But for today's tutorial, I'm going to make one using this beautiful Yarnsmiths Lagoon DK. So you can do this with any DK weight yarn, and this one is shade 2J00080. So all you're going to need is DK weight yarn, a 5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle. I'm going to be using US terms throughout. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is to put a slip knot on our hook. So just put your yarn around your finger, make a loop, pop the end through that loop, pull, and there's your slip knot. So pop that on your hook, and to start this one we are going to chain 19. So to make a chain, you yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. And sorry if you can hear my dog playing ball with himself in the kitchen. He'll settle down in a minute. So 19 chains. So the first row is really, really easy. We're just going to do single crochets all the way along, but with a difference. So on the second chain from the hook, I'm going to make a single crochet into the back bump. It's up to you. You don't have to go into the back bump. You can just go into the chain, but I prefer going into the back bump. So in that first back bump, I'm going to make a single crochet like so. And then in every bump along, you're going to make a herringbone single crochet. So to do that, we're first going to go through this bar here. Pop your hook through there. Then we're going to go in to the stitch, into the back bump, pull up a loop, and we're going to pull through all 3. And that's what we're going to do all the way along. So first go into this bar here. So you can see your single crochet stitch here. And you've got 3 bars. So you're going to go through that bottom bar first. Let me show you. We're going to go through this bar. Oops, I've pulled it too tight now. Let's try that again. So through the bar, through the bump, pull up, pull through all 3. And then we're going to first insert into the bar, then into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all 3, into the bar, into the stitch, pull up a loop, I'll pull through all 3, and that's all this pattern is. It's so simple. Go in through that vertical bar, into your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. And it's as simple as that. Into the bar, into your chain, pull up a loop, pull through all 3. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way to the end of my chain. Oh, into the bar, into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all 3. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it's lovely and easy. He's proper running around out there. Pull through all 3. So I'm going to do that all the way to the end. Go all the way to the end of your chain, and then I'll meet up with you and show you how we do the next row. It's basically the same as this one, but I'll show you how we turn. So I'll meet up with you in a second. So I've got 2 stitches left. Into the bar, to my chain, pull up through all 3, then into the bar, into my last stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull over all 3. Then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and in this first stitch we're just going to make a single crochet, just a regular single crochet. So into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then all the way along we're going to do the same herringbone rib. So under your bar, into your stitch. It's a bit easier now because you've got an actual stitch and not the chain. So under the bar, into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all 3, under the bar, under your loops, and it is as simple as that. A lovely easy pattern, no counting, and once it gets a bit bigger and you've got more to hold, I always find starting a project's the fiddliest bit because you haven't got much to hold in your hands. So once it gets a little bit longer and you've got a bit more to hold in your hands, it's easier. So you're just going to repeat this row as many times as you need to. So what you need to do is you need to measure the circumference of your head. Now my head measures 22 inches. So I'm going to make my ear warmer. Before you join it together, it's just one big long panel. So I'm going to make my panel 20 inches because you need to take the measurement of your head and just subtract 2. That's all you need to do. So whoever you're making it for, just get a measurement of the circumference of their head. As I said, mine's 22. So I'm going to keep going with this until my panel measures 20 inches approximately. And I will meet up with you then and show you how we join. Really easy, really simple. And I can't wait to see how this yarn works up. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm just on my last row. I've measured my ear warmer and it's where I'd like it to be. So I'm just doing my last row of the herringbone singles. And this yarn is worked up so beautifully. And it's worked out perfectly that my colours are matching up to do the join, which is nice. Last one in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and turn so that my ends are meeting here. And then all I'm going to do, you can join it however you like. If you prefer sewing to join your pieces, then do that by all means, but I'm going to do a slip stitch join going through the back loops only of my stitches. So I'm going to go into this back loop here, on that side, and then on the other end I'm going to go through the back loop of that first stitch and just pull through and do a slip stitch. So you just go through the back loop on one, the back loop on the other, grab your yarn and pull through all the loops to make a slip stitch. So this will be the inside of my ear warmer. So by going through the back loops, you'll be able to see in a minute that it'll make a nice seam along the back. So just make nice loose-ish slip stitches. Make sure your slipped stitches aren't too tight or it'll pucker up slightly. And this is where it's nice to have done the initial single crochets in the back bump, because it gives you, if you did just go into your chain, then obviously you just slip stitch into the chain that's there. You wouldn't have a back loop as such. The light has gone funny. I think it's going to pour down raining in a moment. So this is the third ear warmer pattern that I've done. So I've also got videos up for a waffle stitch ear warmer and a rice stitch ear warmer. And I'm going to be releasing a pattern on Ravelry that's going to have all three. So it's going to be called the trio of ear warmers, because I've also got a pattern up for a trio of infinity scarves, and there's videos for those as well. So there's my last slip stitch there. So you just fasten off, chain one and pull your yarn through to secure it nicely, and make sure your other end is nicely secured. Then you can weave in your ends, and it's nice for me because I've got my colours matching up. But if, say, which one was it? This one, I think. Yeah. It all depends where you start in your ball of yarn as to whether or not you're lucky enough for your colours to match up. But all I did when I was weaving in my ends for this one is I weaved in the pink one on the pink side and the green one on the green side. And then they're on the inside of your ear warmer, then you don't see them. So I'm just going to weave these ends in. And all I do for that is I've got myself quite a sharp darning needle, so that as well as going underneath loops and stitches, I can sort of work it in through the actual fibres of the yarn to give it a bit more friction so it won't work its way out. I'm just going to go in through the stitches one way. Make sure you don't pull it too tight, and then I'll weave back the other way, burying it nicely in there, like so. And then I'll do the same for the other one, and then all you do is you flip your ear warmer around. Let me just zoom out a little bit, and there you have it. That's the outside, so it's barely visible, that seam. And this one's nice because you'll be able to wear it different ways to have different colours on the front. So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and you found it helpful. As I said, there will be an ad-free PDF available on my Ravelry store. to purchase very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and if you don't already subscribe to my channel, that would be great if you'd like to do that. And I will see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.